Hello, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Christine. I like to read dark and disturbing things, and today we are going to be talking about my October TBR. Okay, I feel like I've made a million TBR videos lately because I had my whole fall TBR and then I had a little bit of a TBR going for Halloween-a-thon, and those are all still active. So what I'm going to talk about are today the books that I specifically have to read either for like a book club or if it has Halloween as an actual plot in the story. So I'm going to keep this short and sweet because I have a million books already that I know I'm not going to get to, and it just is what it is. The first book that we have is the Fright Club book club pick. And if you missed my announcement or Cliff's announcement, I'm going to link them both down below. We are starting a book club called Fright Club, and our very first month is going to be October, and we are reading Clowns vs. Spiders by Jeff Strand. This one's a little bit different in that the clowns are not really supposed to be evil, but they're actually nice clowns that like to bring joy to people, and they are going to have to save the town by fighting off the spiders. At least that's what I think it's about. It's been a while since I read the synopsis, but it should be a fun time and a quick read. It is available on KU if you would like to join us. Go ahead and click on the Discord down below and just say hi. Even if you've already read this book, we'd be happy to talk about it with you. The next book is the Richard Lehman pick of October. Yeah, I'm still doing that. This one is called Resurrection Dreams. And I have to say that when I read the synopsis for this, it has potential, okay? It has potential, and I hope that it delivers, because this is something about a guy who likes to bring things back to life from the dead, ends up going to a mental institute and gets out and is obsessed with a particular person's body to, I'm guessing they're alive and they need to kill and then bring them back to life. I don't really know. It's kind of given Frankenhooker vibes, which is a fun movie if you haven't seen it. I'm hoping that this one having a bit more of a plot to it will make it better than the last few I've read. And last but not least is The Halloween Moon by Joseph Fink. And I could be wrong, but I think this is Kelsey's book club pick for her Midnight Book Club Society. And I believe it might also be a host's pick for Halloween-a-thon. I want to say Lauren from Happy Haunts Library. Sorry if I'm wrong, but it being brought up made me look up this book, and it is a middle grade book about a girl who's just kind of on the cusp of being too old to go trick-or-treating, which, by the way, that number does not exist. If you want to go trick-or-treating, have fun. But she's going one last time, her last hurrah, and she has, planned out her costume, the exact way she's going to go to get maximum candy. She's into this, and she's going to make the most out of her last time going. But when she goes out, it seems like things in the town are not quite right, and she probably has to save the town. This reminds me of one of my favorite video games that gets me in the spirit for Halloween, and that is Costume Quest. I haven't played it for quite a few years, but there's a Costume Quest 1 and 2. I don't know if they're still available. They were an Xbox thing. It just reminds me of that, and it is available to listen on Everant, so I'm going to give this one a listen, and I think it should just be a spooky fun time. Okay, other than that, I have many books. I have a bunch of witch books, and I do want to do like a witch themed reading vlog where I read a lot of those. But when this came out, I put this on my library list, and of course it came up yesterday, so I picked it up. Oh, that's shiny. Okay, from my library. It's Horror Movie by Paul Tremblay. This one doesn't look like it's too incredibly long. It is 250 pages. And while I do think I could read this any time of the year, the library said now is the time. That's kind of my issue with checking things out from the library, is that I feel like I'm never ready when the books are ready for me, and it kind of stinks. It's a me problem, but I'm going to go into that with knowing nothing about it. This one I did mention before, but this is a shorty and it looks so cute. It is called Samantha Slade, the Monster Sitter. It says, it's nearly Halloween at the Brown House and things are getting out of hand. And this cover is just so cute. I've never read any books in this series, And I think this will be a quick, fun read. This one I'm a little bit scared about because I don't think it had the best reviews, but the cover was outstanding. And this has to, I mean, look at this guy. How could you not love that face? I've never read anything by David Robbins, but I want to give this one a shot. I do want to get to the next book in the Bunnicula series. I read the first one last year, absolutely loved it, 5 stars. And the next one in the series is Holiday Inn. I do have this on hold to get the audio from my library because I do think this would be like a super easy thing to listen to while I'm doing some crafts or whatnot. The next one is a Christopher Golden book, and it is All Hallows. I got this last year and it just didn't come in time for me to get to it before Halloween, and it is definitely all about Halloween. So I've heard mixed things from you guys. Some of you guys have told me that this book is excellent, I must get to it, and others were like, boo. So I guess we'll see where I fall, but quite a few people had like strong opinions about this one. And then this was not planned, but this is also another Jeff Strand book. This is called It Watches in the Dark, and I have to read this Halloween. I've been holding on to this just for this Halloween season. I believe this is middle grade, and you know what? It's only like 220 pages with really big font. No reason why I can't get to that. Famous last words. And this one, I think I became aware of this from Cameron Chaney from Library Macabre. I believe I was in a chat where he was talking about how great this one was, and then Kelsey actually got this for me for Christmas, and I've been holding on to it just for Halloween. So I'm definitely getting to this, and I'm going in relatively blind. I think I did look up the synopsis at the time, but I like to go in blind, and that's how I read most of my books. I look it up, put it on a wish list, put it on a list of things I want to get to, and then by the time I get to them, I completely forget what they're about, and that's cool with me. And that is Red Harvest by Patrick C. Green. I still have a slew of other books that are fallish, spooky-ish, tons of witch books. I've got some more middle grade books. I'm just looking at my book cart here. And I plan on, some of them I am currently working on, and some of them I plan on squeezing in between some of these other Halloween things, just so it's not like I don't get burnt out on the Halloween, if that's even possible. And I do have another stack over there that I've already mentioned. So, I mean, whatever I don't get to, I read spooky stuff throughout the year. I can read it then. I do like the ones that are specifically about Halloween at Halloween time, just because it's fun. Those are my fast and loose plans for October. Let me know down below. Do you plan on reading Clowns vs. Spiders with us, with Cliff and I? Do you plan on reading The Halloween Moon, any of the Layman book, any of the ones that I mentioned? Let me know down below. And I can't wait to cram as many of these in as I can. But for the most part, I would like to mood read most of these books as I go along. I have quite the stack here. So thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, stay spooky.